everyone, this is Ferris Technology. What we have here is the brand new Nexus 7 and we have the good old Blackberry Playbook. Both great 7-inch tablet devices. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison as far as physical and as far as software and internals go. So we'll start our comparison with the physical aspects of the devices. So the first thing you notice around the edges of the Playbook is the bezel is slightly thicker compared to the bezel of the Nexus 7. The reason being for that is that the bezel is used for gestures going from side to side, up, down, whatnot on the Blackberry Playbook. So they have to have those thicker bezels for you to use, whereas the bezels around the Nexus 7 are non-useful whatsoever. You've just got your 7-inch touch. So we'll put them side by side. As you can see, the Blackberry Playbook is slightly longer in width and in height as well. You can see the Playbook is slightly higher, approximately 0.2 of an inch higher. And in actual weight of the devices, the Nexus 7 weighs about 0.75 of a pound, whereas the Playbook weighs about 0.9 of a pound. The difference is really minimal, and there's not quite of a feeling difference. I mean, if I gave you both of these in your hands, you're not going to be able to tell the difference as far as weight. It's very minimal. As far as screen resolution goes, the Nexus 7 uses a 1280 by 800 screen resolution. The Blackberry Playbook will use a 1024 by 600 pixel resolution. Camera-wise, the Nexus 7 has a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera for video chat. It takes 480p video, so not the best quality video, not the best quality camera. The Blackberry Playbook uses a 3 megapixel front-facing camera, which takes 1080p HD video, as well as you flip it over onto the back. We also have a 5 megapixel rear-facing camera that also takes 1080p HD video. The beauty of having that back-facing camera really makes it easier when you're actually out and you want to take video. I know a lot of people are using their tablets as a camera now, so I see a lot of people at car shows and different types of shows that hold their Playbook like this and then you take video with it. Unfortunately, Nexus 7, nothing on the back as far as camera goes. A little bit of a disappointment there. As far as processor goes, the Nexus 7 uses a quad-core 1.3 gigahertz Tegra 3 processor, and we've got the Blackberry Playbook using a 1 gigahertz dual-core processor. So dual-core versus quad-core. I know a lot of people make a huge deal about dual-core, quad-core, single-core, whatnot. As far as playing around with each of these tablets, devices, you really cannot tell the difference as far as processing speeds. The only time you'll notice a huge difference in processing speed is when you get into a really heavy graphic game with a lot of moving stuff like a Madden or an NFL type game or hockey game or something like that. You'll notice the big difference. Both of these devices here are Wi-Fi versions, so they do full A, B, G, and N Wi-Fi. You can get the Blackberry Playbook now in its 4G version. NFC technology is now brought to your tablet, so the Nexus 7 does offer NFC technology. It's not widely used as of right now. I know a lot of companies are trying to get towards using payment machines with NFC, but as of right now, you can pretty much use it for file transfer and a few other things like that. It's not going to be widely used. We're hoping in the next generation tablets we'll see NFC all in there as well, and hopefully it's going to be used a lot more. I played around with both tablets extensively, and I honestly can say that I haven't noticed a huge difference in battery life. I've had both of these devices charged up fully for now a couple of days, and as you can see, battery life on them hardly gone down any at all. As far as manufacturer standards go, Nexus 7 is rated at 8 hours of battery life, and the Playbook is rated at 11 hours. You can really never go by what the manufacturers say as far as battery life go. It's all just such estimated, and it's all really based on what you're using on the device. We'll go into operating system now. Nexus 7 is using the Android 4.1, latest Android software. There's no overlay in this software, unlike some smartphones from, say, Samsung or HTC. They have their own software overlay in them. This is a clean software, Android version 4.1, so there's no overlay from ASUS. Really quick running processor. It's essentially a phone with no phone option in it. And I flipped over the Blackberry Playbook here. Landscape mode, it shows a little bit better. It uses the QNX operating system. So very, very simple, straightforward operating system. Really great. The only thing it does lack is the apps. I know a lot of people are talking apps. Playbook, obviously, from Blackberry RIM, does not have that extensive apps background. Whereas the Nexus 7 is running all the Android apps. There's a few of them that are not converted for 4.1 yet, but they will be getting onto 4.1 soon, since a lot of the phones are going towards the newer version of Android. The Nexus 7 comes at two different price points. Comes in around $199 for an 8GB version, or 16GB version at $249 or $259 here in Canada. The Playbook comes in 16, 32, or 64GB versions, with the 64GB version running at $299, $249 for the 32, and $199 for the 16GB version. Besides apps, these tablet devices' main purpose are for the internet browser. As far as browsers go, I've played around with both of these devices, and I really prefer the browser on the Blackberry Playbook. I just find it's just such an excellent browser. It's just very well put together. As you can see, I've got my video playing, plays right through the browser. It does use Flash, whereas Flash now on newer Android devices is completely gone actually. It's actually going towards HTML5. So Adobe is trying to force all these newer devices just to run HTML5, just stick with it, but Playbook's still running Flash, so you get more of a true web browsing experience. Alright guys, we're at the end of my side-by-side comparison. As I usually say in all my videos, I don't actually pick a specific winner, but if I had to pick a specific winner, I would actually take the operating system of your Android Nexus 7, throw it into the Playbook's hardware, and that would be my device of choice. As of right now, my main tablet right over here is my iPad. I'm going to stick with it. Just really prefer the screen size. I'm just going to throw that over there right there. Just screen size. Obviously I use a lot of apps, and I'm just going to stick with it. I don't know about these 7-inch tablets. I mean, you're getting phones now that are 5.3, 5.5 inches. We've got tablets now running 7 inches. I don't really see a need for this in-between 7-inch tablet. If you're going to get a tablet, honestly, just go straight towards the iPad. That's going to wrap it up, guys. I'd love to hear your questions, comments on what you think of these two devices, as well as me throwing in the iPad there at the end as a little bit of a twist. If you appreciate my review, whether you agree with me or not, just throw up a like, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.